And then a gentleman from Alaska talked to me and he said, I'd like to join your group. And it's just me and Raleigh. Well, that led to me having an online group on Yahoo for many years, and I'd post the questions. It wasn't the same. And then someone else said, what else can you do? And somewhere along that line, I thought, well, I'd love to capture the voice of these men, but it's confidential conversations. I can't take what we said there because that's confidential. I've got to do something different. And what it led to is me taking the questions and getting over 100, I think 40 men to see if they would answer the questions anonymously that we had explored over many years in the men's inquiry and give us their answers. But then I had to go through and make each one of those answers anonymatize. I think that's the right word. And another gentleman named John Sharp volunteered to help me with it. And that's what led to the first book. And it's a very dense book. So I want to tell you in advance. And that's this, Finding Our Fire. And Finding Our Fire is the questions with men's answer. And what it reveals is kind of the unspoken voice of men about life. And what's interesting is this book here, which is pretty dense, is half of the original document. I'm not even sure if I have all the other. And then I sat down and looked, what's the most important components of this? And that's what this book came up with. And it has table of contents, the journey, men's inquiry, what is men's work, benefit, building fellowship, what does it mean to be an adult man today? What are constructive rites of passage? Your mission, terms, and games worth playing, allowing contribution and mentoring, about fathers, about mothers, about shame and emotional wounds, our anger, our fierceness in dealing with conflict, finding our fears and learning to grieve, and keeping the fire alive. So that's it, but it's the conversation. So this is kind of it's not an easy read. It's sort of a pick up and read and think about. And that led to me talking to Fred Boyles that got me into originally. And the questions were so rich because what happened is every month at the end of the session, we ask, what is the next question to explore? So all of the questions were organically evolved over time from a group of men. They weren't what I thought of or what should be or something else. So then this is a well-loved book, but here's the ask just the questions. And it's the questions from the inquiry over about 12 years. And it's came out about the same time. It's available in Lulu only.